The year was 1981. The world was divided into two halves. On one side, America. On the other, the Soviet Union. Both had thousands of nuclear bombs. Both were afraid of each other. And from that fear was born the largest, most dangerous espionage operation in history. Its name was Operation Ryan. Ryan is a Russian word. Raketno-yadernoye napadenie. In English, nuclear missile attack. In 1979, America began deploying new nuclear missiles across Europe. In 1980, Ronald Reagan became the President of the United States, a man who openly called the Soviet Union the evil empire. A deep fear settled into the hearts of Soviet leaders. Could America be planning a first nuclear strike? And to find the answer to that fear, KGB chief Yuri Andropov gave an order. KGB and GRU spies in every corner of the world were assigned one single task. Watch every move America makes. If they decide to attack, we must know first. This was Operation Ryan. This was no ordinary espionage. Operation Ryan was the largest, most expensive, and longest-running peacetime intelligence operation in history. Soviet spies stationed in every NATO country were handed a long checklist. They had to watch lit windows of the Pentagon at night. Were American officers working unusually late hours? Blood banks. Was blood being stockpiled in preparation for war? Slaughterhouses. Was large-scale rationing being prepared for the military? Churches and bunkers. Were leaders preparing to hide underground? And even the speed of American leaders' motorcades. If convoys suddenly accelerated, perhaps something was about to happen. Every week, every embassy sent reports back to Moscow. Thousands of spies. One single purpose: to catch America before it could press the nuclear button. But the real test of this fear came in November 1983. NATO launched a military exercise, Able Archer 83. It was a simulated war, practice only. But what Soviet spies saw looked completely real. Radio signals changed. Troop deployments shifted. Leaders were moving into bunkers. KGB officers sitting in Moscow believed this is preparation for a real attack. Soviet nuclear bombs were made ready. Warsaw-packed fighter jets stood on runways. For 5 days, the world stood at the very edge of nuclear war without knowing it. And then the exercise ended. Able Archer 83 was over. Soviet forces stood down. The world was saved. But no one knew they had been saved. The whole truth reached the world because of one double agent. His name was Oleg Gordievsky. He was a senior KGB officer, but in reality he was working for British intelligence, MI6. It was he who told the West what Operation Ryan was, how it worked, and how terrified Moscow had been during Able Archer 83. When this information reached America and Britain, even President Reagan was stunned. He wrote in his diary, "I never realized how frightened the Soviets were. Perhaps we had been misreading each other all along." After this, a new era of dialogue began between Reagan and Soviet leaders. The Cold War slowly began to thaw. One spy's truth changed the world. Operation Ryan teaches us a vital lesson. Fear existed on both sides. Misunderstanding existed on both sides. And destruction could have come at any moment. This story is not just about spies. This is the story of a world that could have been destroyed every single day by the press of one button. And that world was saved by one person's courage. One truth, one chance. Perhaps even today, this is what will keep us safe.